In this video, I will show you how to create an adult-sized tutu. No sewing skills necessary. I will be wearing mine for a Disney race event. To make a mid-thigh length tutu, you'll need 3 to 4 spools of tulle in the colors of your choice. The spools need to be 25 yards in length. Elastic for your waistband. I'm using 1/4 inch elastic, however I'd recommend a 1/2 inch. You can go slightly larger, it just depends how thick you want your waistband to be. Scissors. If you are using fabric scissors, I'd recommend a non-fabric scissor for cutting the template. Measuring tape. Optionally, you'll need a pencil to mark things with, and some clips, either binder clips or tape to hold down the tulle on your template. We'll be creating a template to cut our tulle with. I'm using a piece of cardboard from a box. Just make sure the length of the cardboard is longer than the length you want the skirt to be. Cut your template to size, in my case 14 inches in length. The width doesn't really matter, just make sure it's longer than 6 inches, which is the size of your tulle in width, and not more than about 12 inches, just because it will be harder to work with. Be sure to use your scissors that are not designated for fabric. As you can see, my cuts aren't perfect, and they don't have to be for a tulle tutu skirt. Now that your template is ready, take one of your spools and place the tulle at the end of the cardboard. This is the end of the length you cut to size. Use a clip or tape to secure the tulle in place on both sides. Now, roll the tulle around the template. Make sure it is taut but not stretched. A full strip of tulle is complete when the tulle comes back around under the template. I could have kept going until the full spool was used, but for the sake of time, here are a handful or so strips. When you cut, again, make sure you come back to the side where the clips or tape secures the tulle. Once the piece is cut, you can cut down that side of the cardboard. You would have made strips twice the length of your intended skirt. That allows you to fold the tulle in half and create a poofier, thicker skirt in less time. Notice this yellow spool is only 3 inches wide as opposed to the 6 inches that the other blue spool was. That's okay, you're going to use it on the template the same way, secure it the same way, cut it the same way. Once we get to doing the looping method, that's where things will change. Once you have all your strips cut, lay them out nicely for easy access. I ended up using 2 full spools of royal blue and probably close to a half of the black and the yellow. My tutu is Dory themed from Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. The royal blue will be the prominent tutu color with the black and yellow, as well as some sparkly gold for accent, used for the 2 side fins and the back, which would be the tail fin. For the waistband, determine the length you need by slightly stretching the elastic around where you want your skirt to sit. You want to stretch the elastic so that it is snug on your waist, but still can slide down your hips if you are going to sew it closed. if you are going to safety pin or tie it, then just make sure it fits snug yet comfortably on your waist, with an inch or so extra for overlap when you do pin or tie the elastic. Once your waistband is cut to length, pin it with a safety pin or tie it closed. Now you are ready to start making the skirt by looping the tulle strips around the waistband. For the 6-inch wide tulle, first fold in half hot dog style, or you can bunch it up, but I like the look of it folded. Then fold in half lengthwise to make your skirt length. Place the waistband around the folded tulle. At the top, pull the two sides away to make a loop. You'll be pulling the length of the skirt through the loop around the waistband and then pulling to secure the loop and make it look nice. It's easier to add the tulle to the waistband if placed around something, a chair for example. Try to find something that stretches the elastic slightly. Again, fold the tulle in half to 3 inches, and in half long ways to create a loop. Place the loop behind the waistband, pull the strips through the loop, and make sure you don't scrunch up the waistband. Make it tight, slide it over, and cover your waistband. My yellow spool is already 3 inches, so there's no need to fold it hot dog style. Just fold in half lengthwise to make a loop, pull the length through as normal, and adjust as needed. Here, I am adding a glittery strip of tulle, following the same process. I decided to hold off adding any new glitter strips until the end because the glitter is going everywhere. I initially forgot to add the black between the blue and the yellow strips, but I was able to easily move the strips over, add new ones, and make adjustments. Every so often, I'd try on the skirt. I wanted to make sure I placed the second side fin appropriately. I decided I wanted the fins to be right around the hip bone area, so I put the yellow near my left hip bone and marked the elastic on the other side in the same place. I reverted to the stool instead of the chair since it was closer to my waist size. The chair was pulling the elastic too much at this point. Also, I'm sorry for the poor lighting, the sun went down. I'm now closer to being finished at the back. It is time to change to the black and yellow strips for the tail fin. The tail fin is larger than the side fin, so I'll be using more black and yellow strips in comparison. I decided to sew the waistband with a zigzag stitch with about an inch overlap, just to make sure it stays secure when I run. That way I was able to fully cover the waistband with tulle. Otherwise, if you use a safety pin or will be tying it, you may want to keep some of the band bare or pin over the tulle after you're done. Now I can add the sparkly accent tulle to the other side fin. When you have fully covered the waistband, you may need to adjust, slide some things over, and make sure the waistband doesn't show through. If the skirt isn't full enough, you can always add more strips. The skirt length ended up being about 13 inches long, but because it poofs out, it does lose some length. When you cut yours to size, keep that in mind, and again, the thicker the waistband, the longer strips you'll need to cut to compensate. What do you think? Can you find Dory? I'm ready for my Disney run.